This is a CNG News breaking news alert. FBI Director Comey just testified before the Senate. Um, and some big headlines jump out immediately from this. If you have not seen the video and you have it on record of any kind, I'm sure there will be sound bites about it all day. But if you have not seen this yet and you want to draw your own conclusions, don't watch any further into this video. The first thing that came out of this was a pretty big opinion from James Comey, which was that he started taking notes on everything that had happened between him and the conversations between him and the president, um, due to the fact that he thought he was liable to lie later. He thought he may potentially not report everything that was said, or he may lie about what was said. So that was a pretty big thing. He did not directly ask, and nobody, according to Comey, nobody did, but he did not directly ask. The president did not report. Reporting now, we just got this from this hearing. He did not ask him to end the Flynn probe. The quote of him of saying, go easy on him, I don't think that is even accurate anymore. I cannot confirm. All I know is this is what Comey testified. So he did not. There was the implication that he wanted him to go a little easier on him, though. So maybe not so much that he said, hey, you need to do this, you need to end the Flynn probe, but more so that he needed to but and in that same sequence, I believe he had mentioned, do you want to stick around? I mean, there's all this stuff coming out now. One of the biggest things that came out of this hearing, Loretta Lynch, as Attorney General, had asked Michael Flynn to call the Clinton investigation not an investigation, but a matter, while she was Attorney General and he was Director of the FBI and he was investigating Hillary Clinton. If you don't get the implications of that, that would entail that because of the current campaign that was going on at the time, that Loretta Lynch had asked him basically to act like it wasn't as big of a deal as it was. And also, we had James Comey did not tell Jeff Sessions about the things that were said between him and the president that left him feeling a little icky, if you will, whatever the proper term would that be, a little unsure about the president's intentions, because he had the intention of recusing himself. So Sessions did not know that the president had pulled him into personal meetings after meetings with other intelligence community people. It was confirmed in this testimony that Comey did leak the memos that we have been circulating in the press. That is a confirmed thing. He had a friend of his that had access to those memos, released to the public. And the last thing that came out of this major that I have written down is that he did not consider, he did not. He did consider a special counsel for the Clinton server probe. So, just some immediate thoughts on this from me. It sounds like this is going to benefit both sides to a varying degree. If you go back to my last breaking news alert video, there's the article where you can read his opening statement in the description. It's a CNN article. So how do I go about this? So I'm trying to report this independently without any opinion. So what I'll say is this definitely has credence to both arguments being spouted at this point. Whether or not what you choose to take from this is your opinion. At this point, all we have is Comey basically going out there and trying to stay middle on this because he doesn't want to endanger or incriminate the president or anyone else. The thing that I say was probably the most concerning about all of this is probably the Clinton stuff. I would hazard to say. If you're live in the chat, make sure you chat in.
I just want to say that's not the only thing. He leaked this information purposely to a friend to leak to a reporter. So this is the second time that he's done something shady as far as the Senate Intel Committee goes. So I think he should be brought up on charges. Just my opinion.
with that being said, I have to say this is that nothing that was said today, except maybe the stuff with Clinton, could implicate anybody in any crimes. I don't want to make that statement because I don't know. Should charges come up, I'll break in. But yeah, I need to stop the ums. But I don't know what to make of all of this. Like I said, if you're live viewing and you want to chat in, give me your opinion. I will share it with the people. But um, at this point, it seems like there is a lot of hearsay. It's going to be debated for probably the next 4 or 5 months, what all of this means. And here momentarily, we're going to be getting a statement from the president's counsel. Should anything come up in that statement, I will break in again. So stay tuned. These CNG alerts don't stop because the news stops. So make sure you stay tuned for that if that happens. What? But we're gonna break in with all the news that happens. So should something come out of that, I will report it. Uh, at this point, I don't know what to make of all this. Like I said, if you have an opinion, just drop it in the chat. I am personally surprised that Comey went out and said as much as he did. Like I said, the main pointer is he was concerned Trump would lie. There was an implication him wanting to end the Flynn probe. Lynch asked him to call it a matter, not an investigation. He didn't tell Sessions because he was going to recuse himself. Not Comey, but Sessions was going to recuse himself. Comey did leak those memos, and the Clinton server investigation was considered. Some special counsel was considered for that. So at this point, like I said, there's a lot of hearsay. It's going to be debated for months. All I know is the facts that I'm reporting to you now, and it's not looking good for either side at this point. What we've learned today is it does not matter whether you're Democrat, Republican, corruption exists, and it's going to probably always exist. But the best thing we can do to combat that is to report the news, and I will continue to do that, regardless of what happens. So, like I said, should something come out of that news conference with Trump's attorneys, his counsel, his outside counsel, we will break in. For right now, this has been Garrett Wells with a CNG breaking news alert, and I will see you all next time.